How are you gamers in real life? Make some noise. Wait. I think I heard some energy out there. Sir? You sound like you really enjoy your video game included life.
Oh yeah. I didn't know video game was this much fun, but now I really do.
How long did you play last time?
Oh, you won't believe it.
Full 3 hours with my son. This was my first time. Mario Tennis is amazing. I knew it. Guards!
Wait, what did I do?
3 hours. You're a goddamn spy, that's all.
No.
Get him out of here.
I'm one of you guys. I'm a gamer too. Come on.
Tell me which one is Zelda.
The green.
Sorry for the inconvenience. I just wanted to double check. My life as a gamer sucks. It is one thing the video game industry makes such good money, and completely different to be a gamer, right? I just want to play my good games. Why does NPP can't leave me every time when they see me doing anything related? Listen, Terry, I don't know much, but exactly. So shut up if you don't know. You know what? I'm sick of blaming other things anymore. It is true I always have to duck under my hoodie when an anchor says video game in the news, but when I say that out loud, it just doesn't make the gap any smaller. Leave it like that for 5 years, and the society will attack us even stronger. It's always been like that. So, I've come to an idea. Maybe we should think of ourselves as villains, not heroes. I'm not saying all gamers are like this, but every single hardcore gamer I've met act like they're martyrs. They are the pitiful, the peaceful, the reasonable, against the big bad media, rude normal people, giant game companies. Sure, it looks good only for gamers themselves. Everybody else thinks we're the bad people. I know it's totally unfair, but if this was a trial, no jury's on our side. That being said, I figure it's better to think like bad guys because good guys get help from everywhere and we don't get any help, right? Maybe it's time to think like a villain. Oh, I mean the real villains. I'm talking about not the fairy tale comic book idiots, but like evil classmates you meet at school and fast food franchises. They don't even listen to everyday curses thrown at them. They just walk with pride and stay sharp. It kind of looks like they're the good guys and makes people believe their friendship and product is gold. Even when you try to blame them for the real damage they're doing, most people don't believe you. It drives you crazy. Imagine the video games being treated that way. Yo, listen up. GTA 7 has too much violence. You don't work out, do you? Me? I do. Work out? What's that got to? Enough from you, cardio fucker. Get a life before blaming games in the first place. Sweet. So, how do I make it like that? Well, I gotta do what I do when I fight a boss mob. I analyze my target's patterns, find soft spots, get the right gears and skills, and practice. And when things are ready, I can make video games look so charming like smoking in the 1980s. Yeah. Alright, first thing to do, self-ID. What am I? There's always been different classifications for types of gamers, but that was mostly on what kind of game people play. On the other side, there is only one type of gamer in the eyes of people who don't play, nerd. Either way really helps gamers to look at themselves properly. So I decided to label gamers based on how social it can be. Here are the categories. Why you play, how long you play, with what people do you play, where do you play, how much do you spend, and here are my final classifications. Whenever gamers play video games, they get slapped on the back by many things like real people and responsibilities. Our backs turn redder and redder as we try to ignore or pass them. Let's take a closer look at them backs. Clean backs are the kind of people who talk more about games than playing. To them, video game is just one of many other ways to bond with people. Since they don't really play that much, they don't know the ABCs of video games or anything, so their experiences almost end up in brutal noob deaths and get bored fast. Because game centers always tend to stay dark to keep the monitors bright, cleanbacks have no access to their selfies, which draws them away even more. They expect them to use a lot of money on games? Absolutely not, although they do order drinks constantly, a smile on the owner's face, and a grimace on staff members. Pinkbacks, aka the silent admirers, who play games to get some fun. They understand the basics of video games pretty good and still can socialize. When you add these two up, it often creates a group of long-lasting game buddies with strong bond. Even to these healthy gamers, being slapped on the back is inevitable. But they do know it's part of the journey and try not to make a big deal out of it. Hardbacks are people who have to expose themselves to games constantly, mostly because they make money out of it. Even though it's their job, the society doesn't really welcome this kind of people because they constantly remind games to normal people. And for that, they tend to get slapped on the back mostly by the media. But look at their names though, they are the goddamn hardbacks. Through time, they've learned to not react to every little blow on their backs because they know it's a waste of their time and they keep on doing what they're good at. Hashtag respect. And then there's what I am, a redback. To my kind of people, video game is like an everyday booze when life gets rough. I don't play to get hyped. I play because when I don't, I feel sick. I skip appointments like jump ropes and spoil relationships like a broken fridge. Slaps on the back every time, but I never learned how to guard myself properly like hardbacks, so my back hurts each time, and because of that pain, my con is pissed pretty much all the time. If I gave up one or two more things that still made me human, I would have easily become a bloodbag, the final stage. Bloodbag is supposed to be a phase, you know? Like when your midterm's over, when a holiday season starts, when you feel like you can totally waste away your life in pure pleasure and have no guilt about it. It's not a problem, it's only natural. The problem is, there are chronic bloodbags who live like their sole purpose in life is to play video games. I can't really say much about these people because they really need some professional help. I'm only an amateur. If you feel like you're a bloodbag or your friend is one, please don't try to help him or her all by yourself. You can easily get hurt or make the situation even worse. In most cases, they won't even admit they're bloodbags. Oh, this? I'm just playing. I can always quit. It's no biggie. What's worse is, there aren't many facilities that give proper help to bloodbags. Their obsession with games never started with playing games. Their path of pain began so much earlier and deeper inside. They need constant attention and help. My definition of gamers is only one guideline. You can measure yourself and take guesses with it, but it's not like it's an absolute standard or anything. Never judge too fast, mix a bunch of other good methods, and most importantly, listen to your own voice. Then, we're at least a bit closer to who we are than before watching this video. Only when I know what kind of virus I am, I can divide my do's and don'ts to infect more NPPs. And that's good enough for this episode. Goodbye, and see you next week. I'm Terry Redback, and this is Project M.
마시거라.